All right, so today we are making a homemade gum paste. Now I bought this about a month or so ago, and I haven't used it yet because I thought this was something that I would need. But you know, then I figured out how to make homemade gum paste. Now I'd like to give a shout out to Nicholas Lodge. I believe he's a professional decorator or creator of like sugar flowers and stuff like that, because this is his recipe. I've already made it once, and when I tell you I absolutely loved it, I absolutely loved it. All right, so here's the measurements. We have the egg whites, 125 grams of egg whites, or 4.25 ounces of egg whites. The sifted powdered sugar. It doesn't have to be sifted. That's a choice. This is 725 grams, or 25.65 ounces of powdered sugar. We have some Crisco. This is 0.20 grams of Crisco, or 0.70 ounces. And then we have our Tylose powder, which is 30 grams, or 1.2 ounces of Tylose powder. And this is the brand that I use. This is the only brand I've ever used, and I like it. I absolutely love it. So first, we are going to start with breaking the eggs up a bit. We're just breaking them up. You see. Not actually whipping them, but just breaking them up a little bit. Alright, so the eggs are broke up a bit. Now I'm about to start adding the powdered sugar. Now I'm just going to add it in a cup at a time and stir it, because there's going to be a lot of kickback. I'm just going to put that on low for right now. And just add it in a cup at a time. Mixing and stirring. Mixing and stirring. Y'all, I have to learn a lot about the entire baking. I started baking in August of 2019, and I am in love with the entire process. So right now, while this is catching all the sugar and mixing it in, this is actually the recipe to a royal icing. Now, if you just stop here with the powdered sugar and the egg whites and added like a teaspoon of cream of tartar, this would actually be a really good royal icing, which I've also made, and it works excellently. It dries very quickly and holds its shape. So I'm just going to keep adding the sugar. Now, I've only used a stand mixer, so I don't know. I'm sure you could use a hand mixer, but you know, it might take a little elbow grease in there. I'm almost done with the sugar. Alright, this is about a cup of sugar that I have left. I'm going to take the last little bit of this and dump it in there. We're going to reserve this last cup of sugar to knead into the dough. So we're going to keep that cup and just set that to the side while this is forming. I'm going to turn the speed up a bit. Most of the sugar is incorporated. I'm going to turn it up to about a 4 or 5. Let's see. This way you guys can see what it looks like so far. So look at that. This is actually royal icing. Like I said, and you just add like a teaspoon of cream of tartar. This is actually a really good royal icing recipe. But you can just see how glossy and shiny that is, the mixture is. I'm gonna scrape the bottom, make sure I get all the sugar and everything that's left at the bottom off. You see how thick? Look how thick that is. So these are a good consistency to start adding our Tylose powder. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Alright. We're going to put this back on the stand. Yeah. Excuse me, my throat. Scrape this spatula off. And we are going to put this back. Set it to about 6. Set it to about 6. And we are going to start adding our Tylose powder in a little bit at a time. Now you can hear the mixer starting to slow down because this stuff is starting to turn into a brick. And just add it just a little bit at a time. This is a teaspoon. As you can see, the mixer is starting to shake. We'll go ahead and add the rest of this in. Alright, good job. Throw it away. Alright, now as you can see, it is no longer like a brick consistency. So it's not going anywhere. This is the beginning of your gum paste. See? So I'm going to take a bit of Crisco and just coat my hands to kind of keep it from sticking. And you don't have to wear gloves. I just prefer to wear gloves because I just don't like touching this stuff. So do a little bit of Crisco, oil up your hands, and just begin to work this off. You see even the consistency. Look at that. It's already just beautiful. Look at that. Look how bright white that is. So just work it off, peel it off. This is the magic of Tylose. It's Tylose is essentially just a thickener. That's all it is. So I don't know if you could possibly use like gelatin or something, but don't quote me on that because I don't know. Because the secret with Tylose is it dries out. So it dries out pretty quickly. Alright, so we got all of that off in there. Now that last cup of sugar that we saved, we're just going to take a bit of it and put it as a dusting onto your mat or wherever you're kneading at. Just a little bit, and we're going to start scooping this out because now we're going to knead it and to help knead the rest of that Tylose more properly into this mixture. Because right now it's still sticky. Whew. Yeah. And so you get as much out as you can. As much out of this beautiful mixture as you can. Now the goal is to knead it to keep it from sticking. And basically just kneading the dough. Just kneading, the dough. Take your Crisco and just add it in. This just helps to give it some elasticity and to keep it moisturized, to keep it from cracking. While the sugar, the added powdered sugar, helps to keep it from being sticky. So just keep taking a little bit of Crisco and just rubbing it in, folding it in. Throw the vegetable oil in, or if you have Tylex or any all vegetable type of shortening that turns solid at room temperature, not anything liquid. So yeah, we're just trying to get rid of any type of that elephant skin. You see how it's still cracking, which is still a little bit dry. It needs to be kneaded a bit longer. Sugar, you can just add a little bit more sugar. because when you add the sugar, like I said, it just helps to keep the product from sticking. As you can see, it's not sticking to my palm. Because when you add the Crisco to give it that smooth elasticity, it makes it sticky again. So see how that's still dry? Just be generous with the Crisco. Rub it on in. See? Some more Crisco. This process, and even me as a beginner, you really cannot mess this up. So you really cannot. And what you're looking for is just for it to have almost like a fondant consistency. You want this to be smooth. You don't want to see cracked edges. So what I'm thinking right now is I probably don't need to add any more powdered sugar. And I'll just use the rest of my Crisco just to get in there and massage it. And if you feel like you need a little bit more Crisco, you can always add more in. What? Hold on. Hold on. And you're really just, you're waiting for it to become not sticky anymore. See? Cleans right off my glove. You can pinch it. Okay, so I've kneaded this for about 10 minutes, and I actually added about another tablespoon of Crisco because it was still just a little dry. And what I'm doing now is I'm breaking off pieces to kind of knead it in smaller amounts, which is easier on my hands. I'm able to better control it. Just twist and pull. But you see the stretchiness is a little bit better. Now you're not too much looking for stretchiness because this is a, I mean, you are looking for elasticity, but not so much like in a fondant or something like that. This is just for decorative pieces. Okay, I'm coming. So now that this is clean, I feel like this is kneaded well enough. You don't see that like elephant type skin. You can squeeze it, stretch it out. Yeah. So I'm going to separate these into little balls and wrap them in plastic individually, and then set them in the refrigerator for about 12 to 24 hours. And that is just allowing the Tylose to really get in there and to marinate and to set itself up, so that when you start using it, it'll immediately harden into whatever shape or design you mold it into. But you see now how I'm folding it over each other and it's not cracking around the edges? It's just a little bit easier just to knead it in smaller amounts. So that's what we're looking for whenever you're adding Crisco. So look at that, it's smooth, it's beautiful. Go on to the next piece. I think this makes about maybe 32 ounces. About 32 ounces of Gumpaste, and that's triple the amount in here. In here is only 10 ounces. Triple the amount for less money. Because I believe that container was like $9 or something. So, it takes a little bit more effort, but it's worth it in the end, and you only have to make it. Alright, go sit down. And you only have to make it once, depending on, you know, how many decorative pieces you're doing, how many cakes you're going through. But probably once every 2 months. And my first batch I made was in August, I believe. Either August or September. So just take a weekend, you know, take a weekend and prepare all your decoration pieces. Oh, Lord, my kids. Just twist, knead it, get it in there. We are done. They're done. Just put them into little balls. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Look at the barrels. Because these are actually starting to dry out as we speak. So you ain't gotta work really fast with these. Have some plastic wrap. Oops. Oh Lord. The razor's still on there. I don't know why it's not cutting. Put one. Squeeze out as much air as you can. And twist. Okay. Squeeze out as much air. And twist. Make sure it's closed. And a little goes a long way because I generally mix this with fondant and it works beautifully. So now I'll put them in a Ziploc bag. I'll put these in the refrigerator for the next 12 to 24 hours to mature. And after that, I'll take one ball out and I'll put the rest in the freezer safe bag and leave it in the freezer for 3 to 6 months or however long I need it. Always remember that let it come to room temperature once you take it out the refrigerator or the freezer before you use it. That is Nicolas Cage's recipe, homemade gum paste. I absolutely love it. As a beginner baker, these are some of the things that I was able to create with Nicolas Cage's gum paste recipe. Now, most of these are mixed with either modeling chocolate or fondant, but I absolutely love this gum paste recipe. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.